And this is the thing. I love, like, every time I see Jerry Jones during the offseason, I run across Rome and I love Jerry to death.
You should.
Literally.
Jerry Jones is $1 billion man. You know,
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure Jerry tells you we'd love to have had you play for us.
Yeah. But you know, they got a Hall of Fame out the deal, so they didn't make a mistake. But I think that at the end of the day, you know, people looking to point the blame at Jerry Jones, right? And this is the problem when I have, because mind you, I grew up in a household full of Cowboys fans. I know how to deal with y'all because I've been dealing with y'all my whole life.
It sounds like the stars lined up that you should just come on to be a Cowboy fan.
No. That's why I can't. That the reason why, because I grew up in a household why I can't do it, because I had to grow up hearing it.
Okay.
And I also had to grow up listening to the delusion of where y'all really stand at certain things. And so, in my opinion, like, some of the fans were using Jerry Jones as a scapegoat, but no one can really deny the team. So I know he has a lot of control over the roster, and he's also the owner and GM and all that other stuff. But if you look on paper, man, that team, I think the Cowboys are the top 5 most times in roster in football.
We are.
Is that fair to say?
That's very fair. That's very
okay.
fair.
So top 5. So who assembled that team?
Oh, that'd be Jerry.
Okay.
I'm sorry. It's a collective. It was Jerry and Steven.
Okay. So let's say Jerry and Steven put that team together. If that's the case, why go to the playoffs first round and get bounced? Because talent wasn't the problem with the Cowboys. They had one of the most talented rosters in the NFL. I'm gonna tell you, man, it's just that I personally don't believe, and this is my opinion. Mm-hmm. I just think that when it comes time, when everything matters, that when everything's on the line, that Dak Prescott he can't pull the trigger and get them over the hump.
Shawne Merriman, are you letting Dan Quinn off the hook for that? Sounds like you letting Dan Quinn off the hook.
Nope.
Did you see that defense?
Nope. And to your point, I'm gonna add this. Dan Quinn, I thought what Micah Parsons especially had him out of position. If I got the most explosive, one of the most athletic defensive players in football, there's no way in hell I'm lining him up in one position. He's moving on the field. You would not come out pre-snap and know what Micah is. Okay, so there goes. This is why I think they're going to win 10 games at least. And so those 10 games should win them the conference. It just, if they're going to give Dak Prescott money, if they're going to give him a new deal, and they give him a max deal, I think if you don't get them deep in the playoffs next year, they gotta figure out a way to move him or do something, because they have to, like.
Do you know the restrictions he's got on his deal?
Yeah,
he's got a no franchise tag. He's got a no trade clause. So if he was to get traded, he got to decide. It's got to be agreed upon through him if he wants to get traded.
I just think this, man, Dak Prescott, because of the history of the Cowboys, the championship with the Cowboys are the America's team. You know, and back in the 90s, and what the Cowboys stand for in football, that it's playoffs, championship, or nothing, right? And so the reason why I'm saying is because Dak Prescott will be an upgrade to the Falcons. Dak Prescott will be an upgrade to the Saints, Raiders, and probably about 5 other teams, a tremendous upgrade. But if an upgrade has to happen for the Cowboys, it has to be somebody that's going to get them at bare minimum to an NFC championship game, bare minimum. So that's why I'm saying it's not even a point of me taking a shot at Dak or the Cowboys or anything like that. It's just that the precedent that the Cowboys and the expectations are high. If they go and if Dak Prescott wins 9-10 games for Atlanta, that is a massive. If he wins 10 plus games for Atlanta, that is a massive upgrade. He wins 10 games for the Saints. He wins 10 games for the Raiders. That is a massive upgrade. Dak Prescott is not an upgrade for the Cowboys, and that's what I keep trying to get to. And y'all would never admit it. You just, I know you're not. You just
we had 2-12 and 5. We had 12 win seasons, man, back to back. Did you see him this year? He was like an MVP candidate this year.
And in fact, if Dak Prescott won the MVP, I don't think a whole lot of people would have been upset, because
he was robbed. He was robbed. It shouldn't have been Lamar Jackson. Should have been Dak Prescott.
He regardless, he was up in that conversation. If he won it, then I don't think there would have been too much of an argument. But again, Dallas Cowboys ain't in it for no great regular season. That's all I'm saying. And I think he's going to have another great regular season next year. And I think that he's going to get bounced the first round again.
Come on, man. Don't do that. Don't do that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and then, man, I hate it because Dak Prescott got these other great qualities. He's a great leader. He does all the right things. You know that he's going to go out there and give 110%. But when the game's on the line, he's going to do what Dak Prescott does, is not come through. And that's the issue that I'm having when I say these things. It's not a shot at Dak. It's just that he's an upgrade for 5 to 7 teams right now if he was to go to him. The problem is, and this is the pickle that the franchise and the front office, and this is the pickle that the fans are in. Mm-hmm. Who do you move on from that's going to have a regular season like that? So I get and understand why that conversation's coming up, because at least you know you're going to get a great regular season out of that. You know that. You don't know if you're going to get a great regular season out of the next person you bring in. So I get where the confusion and the fight and the tussle is back and forth on moving on from Dak Prescott or not, because the options are slim. Who do you go? You draft an unproven rookie, right? Or do you get somebody off the street? So there's nobody even on the street right now that can step in and gives a better chance at Dak Prescott. So